Yo, what's up gang? It's Zillux and I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be going over how I made almost $1,800 in about 10 minutes trading the NASDAQ this morning. So first things first, I took one trade being about $900 on two accounts, coming out to about $1,800. Something I've noticed recently, today's Friday. For some reason, Friday is always just my best day, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because of just my class schedule. Things are a little bit more relaxed and I kind of have a little bit more focus. But I'm still in class every Friday morning during the AM session, so I don't really know what changes. But like if we look at this 1.8K day, um, small win day, I had a scale plus break even day. I tried trading the bank holiday just to see like how bad price action really was. I ended up taking like 3 half risk trades and losing all of them. Not necessarily the greatest performance of my life. And then break even, break even, break even, small day, small loss as well, break even, and then the month before, Friday, biggest winning day right here, one loss on here, risking 400, break even, one loss day, and then 1.5K day on one account. So if I was trading two accounts, this would have been a 3K day. But you can see Friday, just for some reason, crazy day of the week for me. I don't know why. Many people I know say Friday is their like worst day and they even de-risk, but for some reason that's not the case with me. But basically, before we get into the actual trade, I just want to show you guys what I had marked out going into this morning, because I showed up to class early. I marked out everything I wanted to see. I was very bullish going into the day because we were tapping into this hourly gap and we had an SMT with previous week low, which is a very important level that we tend to reverse off of, especially with an SMT. So you can see we swept it on NQ and we did not sweep it on ES. So that was a really good sign because none of these bullish candles had formed yet. We had only the bearish ones. And then I had this LRLR marked out up here, just, consecutive highs over and over that should get swept, at some point. At an unfilled 1 hour gap and also a unfilled 4 hour gap up here I had marked out. And I was tabbed out going into market open, but we ended up selling off, and I had this 5-minute low inside of a gap marked right here. And I wanted to see us come down and reverse off that. And that's basically exactly what happened. So market opened, we dumped, and then immediately just sprang straight back up. If I go to the 1 minute, crazy momentum, 70 points in 1 minute, and then another 70 points. So I tabbed back in and I saw this bullish candle form and I was like, oh my God, like we're definitely going to this high. Like there's no doubt about it. So even though like the optimal entry, I guess technically was this 1 minute, although there was a 2 that you should have waited for if you were entering on, the highest time frame. But I just saw the momentum and I was like, oh my God, I didn't even bother to look for any inverse fair value gaps. I just entered. I tabbed in, I saw it. I literally just clicked buy 6 market on, micros, and I just entered. Now, technically this was invalid for, the inverse model. You can see we swept like these highs before the candle closed, but I did get my entry before we actually took them, which, was technically valid. If we have crazy momentum like this, like it's fine to take, the entry because we're going to close above, the inverse. So that's basically what ended up happening. And I ended up taking out full TP at this hourly gap. Although had I, not been in class, I maybe would have like scaled half here and then held runners, to this LRLR I wanted to see get ran, or the 4 hour. But I mean, 400 points is pretty crazy. And I just wanted to get out of the trade because I literally had a test at 10 a.m. and this trade hit at 9:45 or 9:42. So I was like, yeah, let's just get out of this trade. And that's what I did. So super fast trade, super crazy momentum. These are the exact trades I love. Is the 9:30, Judas swing off open, take out sell side, and then we just skyrocket off of that from, the 9:30 a.m. volatility. And that's how I made my 900 bucks on 2 accounts today. I do really quick want to just go over the stop loss placement, because technically for a valid inverse, the stop loss should be kind of down here. However, since I didn't really like use the model to take this trade, I just saw like, you know, the accumulation, the manipulation, and then I saw, you know, the distribution happening. I didn't really look for the, you know, inverse to happen. I just entered. And because of that, I didn't really get time to like, you know, calculate how many micros I should enter with. I just literally clicked buy because I knew we were just going to skyrocket to these highs. So I wanted to get in as soon as possible. And because of that, I kind of over risked, you know, the amount of contracts I normally would using this. You can see it's 67 point stop. So if I'm risking 400 divided by 67, that's about, I don't know, like four contracts, maybe even less. Well, divided by 2. So I guess let's just do the math because I'm stupid. So yeah, I would have only been able to risk, let's just round up to 3 contracts. Only would have been able to risk that much. So obviously I over risked by double. So I was like, okay, I don't expect us, like, if we're going to hit this high, we're going to skyrocket towards it anyways. So I'm just going to put my stop, you know, wherever $400 loss is at. And if it hits my stop loss, like it hits it, and I lose, you know, the max amount I'm willing to lose per trade. And not necessarily the greatest, you know, way to manage your risk. It's not the model, but I think, you know, losing your max amount of risk on one trade is better than taking like a horrible loss and just like canceling out all your profits you made before. So that's about it for this video. If you guys have any questions about, you know, my model, why I took this trade that I didn't kind of explain in here, so let me know in the comments. Thank you guys all so much for 102 subscribers now. I really appreciate all the support. I hope you guys continue to stick around and watch my videos, follow along with my journey. Make sure you use code ZILUX with Alpha Futures, and you also follow my Instagram and my TikTok, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.